Trent Rosecrans, The Athletic. Um, I was doing something on Derek Johnson, a guy that you know pretty well. And when you look at so many of his coaches, his assistant coaches, he's had four assistant pitching coaches since he's been with the Reds, and three of those four have are now head pitching coaches, and the other is your guy who is in charge of your development. What is there a common thread to the guys that have worked with Derek that makes them such good candidates and such good pitching coaches and the rest?
But I think first and foremost, it probably speaks to Derek's ability and DJ's ability to help develop staff members that he's working with, and his collaborative ability. I imagine that stems from his time at Vanderbilt, when he was part of not only developing players but developing grad assistants and people in the office and coaches he was working with there. And then it also speaks to his knowledge of pitching and his knowledge of competing on the mound, and that no doubt informs all the people he's working with. So, DJ, I think, is one of the more respected pitching minds in baseball right now. I was fortunate to work with him in Milwaukee, and certainly he's impacted a number of individuals who are now coaching around the industry.
Are there additional questions for David? We'll go with Tyler.
How's it going, David? Tyler Bronski, TV Sports. A lot of intriguing non-roster invitees for you guys. Curious about Craig Kimbrel. What's intriguing to you about him? What you're seeing that's kind of left in the tank there, and the likelihood you think he'll be able to break camp with you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to have Craig in camp. This is someone who has an incredible amount of experience and success pitching in the back end of bullpens. We saw him have success both at the AAA level and the major league level towards the end of last year. It certainly looks like he still has the ability to get major league hitters out. We value the experience. We value the wisdom. And so having someone like that in our camp and potentially on our major league team made a lot of sense for us to give it a look and give him a chance.
Rashid.
Hey, David, Rashid Sports Media. While some teams chose to run it back, you completely reshaped this roster. And that meant moving on from some young talent that the organization valued and some veterans that were fan favorites as well, and without compromising the long-term outlook of the franchise. How do you weigh in that balance between improving now and sustaining the future?
Yeah, that balance is something we talk about all the time, and there's never going to be a perfect formula or a perfect answer for that. We do our best to both be able to compete right now to the best of our ability in a major market in New York with a really talented major league roster, while also recognizing that we will continue to need contributions from our younger players, from our farm system, continue to develop people to supplement our major league roster. And so it is a balance. There's no perfect answer for it. We try to take every decision as it comes and make the best decision in the interest of our organization. And that was a focus of ours this offseason. How do we create the most competitive team we possibly can at the major league level while also retaining as much of our young emerging talent as we can?
Jim. Jim, you have to unmute yourself.
My apologies. David, can you give us an update on Francisco Lindor's left hamate bone? And if there is a stress fracture, does the hamate bone have to be removed? If he is out for a long period of time, would that mean that Bo Bichette would probably play shortstop if that were to happen? Also, the move from Juan Soto from right field to left field, can you tell us what your analytics were saying about when he was with Washington and San Diego and spent time in left field? How did he do defensively compared to playing right field for the Yankees as well? Thank you.
So starting off with Lindor, he's going to see a hand specialist tomorrow to evaluate a potential stress reaction in his left hamate. It is possible that it could require the conventional hamate surgery, where they remove a piece of the hamate bone. We don't know for sure. We'll know more tomorrow. If it does require that surgery, the expected return to major league competition is right around 6 weeks. We've got right around 6 weeks to opening day, and so we'd remain confident and optimistic that he'll be our opening day shortstop. If that's not the case, then we'll tackle that as we get closer to opening day. But certainly our expectation is regardless of what happens here, he's going to be on the dirt for us at Citi Field when we open up. And then on Juan Soto, he's very comfortable in left field. He expressed that to us with the way our roster is coming together this year. It really made sense for both sides. This wasn't particularly an analytically driven decision. This was a conversation about where he's working out. He's going to be playing left field for the DR and the WBC, bouncing him back and forth throughout camp. Didn't really seem like the best way to get him prepared for optimal success in a major league year. Made sense for our roster, and so we did it.
Gabe?
Hey, David. The offseason added so many different players and big personalities and accomplished players. What are you looking to see from the group with regard to sort of coming together and melding all these new players? And what's the upside perhaps of just changing up the mix coming into this year and then obviously while adding a lot of talent?
Yeah, we've got a fun group, and I think even these first couple of days down here, we feel it. We've got guys who are smiling, we've got guys who are having fun. They're having fun with each other. It's interesting. Like we do have new faces here, but baseball is such a small community, and these guys, maybe they haven't all played on the same team before, but they've certainly competed against each other for a number of years. Some of them are represented by the same agencies. Some of them live in the same towns in the off season. So it hasn't felt these first couple of days like we're integrating a lot of new people. There are a lot of relationships that have existed previously. From what I can tell, the guys who are new feel pretty comfortable because they already know people. So it's been fun to watch, and I look forward to that continuing to build.
John?
Hi, David. Spinning off of Gabe's question a little, I know from a personality standpoint to switch things up, but you made a lot of moves. People came and gone, and now that you're there in spring training, just from an on-the-field standpoint, how excited are you about the way your team looks and stacks up for this season?
Yeah, we're very excited about our team this year. We feel like we've got a good team. We know that we're in a really tough division, and it's going to be close and a major test the entire way. But we're excited about our group. I think we've got a very hungry group throughout our roster, players who want to win. And so, we're going to work hard over these next 6-7 weeks to get prepared for the season. And I'm very confident we're going to be ready when the bell rings.
Edgar?
Hi, David. Edgar Gonzalez from Venezuela. Why did you make the decisions to move Juan Soto to left field?
Yeah, that was made really through a series of off-season conversations between Carlos Mendoza and Juan over the last month or so. We probably all finally decided at some point last week, I guess, maybe a week, 10 days ago, that this was where we were headed. But it's kind of been an ongoing conversation between Mendy and Juan. And like I said, made sense for Juan, made sense for us, so we decided to go ahead and do it.